Today our video is sponsored by NordVPN. In today's video we're trying a spy movie trick to see if we can make an impression of a key in clay and then make our own copy based on that impression. Cal, have you ever seen a movie where someone makes a copy of a key by pressing it into clay and then having their own version of the key later?
I've heard of one or two, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that in a movie too, and we have a comment request from YouTube user Purple PewDiePie asking if we can try casting a gallium key in sand. Here's the basic idea. We'll take a key that opens a padlock, make a mold using some clay, and then use some gallium to cast a copy of our own. Purple PewDiePie, we want to try this idea, although we are going to change it up a little bit. Instead of using sand like we've used for casting some stuff in the past, we're going to try using an oil-based clay.
Clay, you're going to get a much better resolution. When we're trying to cast that key, we need all of those fine details and all of those teeth. Clay is going to give us what we need.
Sand can be fairly fine resolution, but clay is made from just the absolute smallest, finest silt-like particles. And so this is going to get us like a really accurate result. And if we want a working key, I think we need the best detail. We've got a treasure chest. It has a lock on it, and we have a key, so I mean, we can already get inside. But the point is, we want to see what would happen if, like in movies, you only have a couple of seconds, maybe you manage to pick someone's pocket or something.
You have their keychain, you have that key for just a minute.
Just how long do you need to have their key before you can take an impression of it and then make your own copy later? This is an oil-based sculpting clay, and it does a really good job of picking up details, but it's also very rigid to the point where it's actually kind of hard to get an impression in it right now. It needs to be warmed up before it's soft enough that we can do stuff with it.
The easiest way to do that? Toss it in the microwave. Now, if this were water-based clay, first off, you wouldn't want to be doing this. Usually it's a coarser grit, but also you can't put it in the microwave. It would not really dry, it kind of explodes. Don't do that. Oil-based clay, this is a really good way of warming it up. Just don't get it too hot. That's so much better.
Nice and squishy.
This comes completely squishes apart in your hands. That's what we're looking for. We're good to go.
We're trying now to get a nice, flat, smooth surface on one side of the clay. That's gonna help us get a better mold. Although we are just gonna be smushing it a lot, so it may or may not make too much of a difference. Once we've got the key cast, we're gonna need a way to fill it, and with some kinds of metal you can just pour it in, but a key doesn't leave a lot of space, so we're probably gonna want something that can force the metal down into the mold. And my thought is that we can use this little plastic dosing syringe. It will suck up the liquid gallium, so I think we first need to take our little syringe here and mold a spot for it into the clay, and then we'll line up the key. We're gonna be pressing these two pieces of clay together, but if we normally just take two pieces of clay and press them together, it sort of just becomes one piece of clay. It doesn't like to come back apart.
Really easy way to separate that is just using some baby powder. We'll sprinkle it over the surface of the clay, then when we press our pieces back together, we can pull them apart very easily.
Now we've got our syringe marking. That's where we're gonna be able to put our dosing syringe in and inject the metal right into it. So now, time to do the key. Just to make sure though, let's reapply the baby
just
powder.
Just a little bit.
Trying to line the key up so that the top of it intersects with where the syringe will be. That way we should have a direct channel to fill this thing. It's pretty well lined up, and now go for it, just smush it.
But you don't want it to slip at all.
Right. In fact, if we want to stop the slipping a little bit, we can just take some of the edges and pinch them together a little bit. That should keep it from sliding.
All right, so we've got this as pressed and as well formed as we can without it slipping anywhere. But the clay is still so soft it's malleable, so if we were to peel these apart, it would still warp. So what we want to do is we want to make this clay just as hard as it was before. Best way to do that, bucket of ice water.
Should cool down pretty quick actually.
Scalpel, see what we got.
I made these little score lines on the side, and hopefully we'll be able to use those to line everything back up. But before we put it back together and try and fill it with metal, there's another step we need to take. If I try and inject the metal right into this, it's just not going to go anywhere because the air won't have any way to get out. So I'm going to use a knife and carve just a little air channel. And hopefully that will let all of our gallium get out. And now to help hold everything together and to keep gallium from leaking out, I'm going to just pinch closed all of the clay gaps. There's a good chance we'll get a little bit of flashing, but this should minimize it. Flashing is when you get the casting material leaving the edges that are supposed to be defined by the mold. I want to be able to squish the clay back down, but if I press in the middle, it's just going to collapse the key, and then we'll never get anything usable out of it. We've got our gallium that's still liquid, but it's not very warm. Like at this point, it's probably about on the point of turning back. In fact, we've started getting some crystals, which is good because it means it should solidify faster. Now we'll try. So I think that's actually in there. And now what we're gonna do is just put this back in the ice water and let it cool down.
While Nate waits for the gallium to cool down, why don't we talk about NordVPN, our sponsor for this video. Okay, but I have iMessaging. I get the blue bubbles.
I can replace the battery in my phone if I need to.
I get better apps faster than you do.
I have a headphone jack. I'm an Android.
And I'm an iPhone.
There is one thing that we can agree on, however.
That is true. NordVPN.
NordVPN, it's a virtual private network. It protects your devices. It protects all of them. Android, iPhone, PC, Apple, they all work and your internet is safe.
Guys, if you're ever in a place where you don't trust the internet, if you're traveling, if you're in a hotel and you're not sure about that Wi-Fi, you want to be working through NordVPN. They have got servers in over 61 countries. Those servers are super fast, and the best part is, if you don't like it, there's a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee.
There's other cool uses too. It works by rerouting your internet through a server in a different country. It lets you access parts of the internet that may be blocked where you are. For instance, you can watch some streaming services that may be different in one country or another. You can use peer-to-peer file sharing without having to worry about what's being monitored.
So just in time for the busiest shopping days of the year, we have got an amazing deal to keep you safe online.
For a limited time, get 75% off of a 3-year plan at nordvpn.com/random.
This special offer makes your subscription $2.99 per month so you can browse securely.
On all of your devices. And for a short time, use code RANDOM to get an extra month for free. You punched your phone. You've just been browsing cat pictures this whole time?
Yeah, through NordVPN. There's definitely a key shape.
It does look mostly like a key. We did get some flashing. This right here is what I was talking about. That's flashing. It's when it just expands beyond where it's supposed to. But I think we might be able to get that to work. We have a key shape, and it's really not bad, but I don't think it's clean enough to open the lock. Yeah, there's little bits of flashing and just parts sticking out, and I think if we just clean it up with file a little bit, we'll get a usable result.
Okay, I think.
Ready for a test?
I think we're good.
Here goes. Key fits.
It went in.
Lock is popped.
With a gallium key.
That is nuts. It twisted.
It did, it actually bent.
The key is just very slightly corkscrewed. Bent. Re-straightened. I wonder if it's just like getting too warm when you put it back in the ice water.
You can do it, you can do it.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
It is done for, but we did it.
We got a few openings with this key, but I think it has had it.
So can you cast a key out of gallium?
You can cast a key out of gallium. Making the mold of it, if you had clay, you could smush the key into the mold really quick. You need some baby powder too to keep it from getting ruined. But we also found that it helped a lot to just throw it in the ice water, so as you're peeling it apart, it didn't completely deform. 2 or 3 minutes tops. I mean, that's maybe longer than you would ideally want if you were a spy stealing a key from someone, but
still works.
it works. We didn't want to try that with a car, because if this broke off in a car's ignition, it's kind of a bigger problem. If it breaks off inside the master lock, not the end of the world. Probably can just melt it right out.
Nate, here you go. I made that for you.
The key is still in the lock.
It's mostly still in the lock. Okay, but what was in the treasure chest?
It's a King of Random kit. Wow, I wanted one of these.
Thanks again to Purple PewDiePie for this awesome idea. Don't forget to check your inbox. We're gonna be sending you 25 bucks.
Thanks again to our sponsor for this video, NordVPN. Guys, click the link in the description below to start protecting yourself while you're online.
Guys, that's not all. We've always got more for you to see. This box up here at the top will take you to our latest video. The box down at the bottom is what YouTube thinks you should be watching next. And if you're not subscribed, hit that bomb in the middle. Then don't forget to click that bell so you never miss out on the fun. We'll talk to you in the next one. See you then.